Good morning. It's morning for me. You could tell my voice is probably still all thick and weird. Yeah, I have to leave the house today. That's why I'm wearing earrings because I have to leave the house. But I woke up with this overarching sense of like dread, like, ugh, I gotta get up and like do something with my hair. And then I gotta look presentable because I'm going out in public. And which we talked about my hair in the first one, and I went and got my hair colored, and it looks like some of my hairs are growing back. So I'm doing some hormone therapy stuff. I actually get, sorry, I'm adjusting my mic. I actually get, they're called the pellets, right? They bio tea or whatever they're called, but I get different ones than that. But they do make a difference. They do make a difference. And I think that what was happening is that we were giving me too much testosterone, and that's why my hair was falling out. Maybe we don't know. We're trying to fix it. So when I went and got my hair done, my hairdresser said I had little baby fuzzies, little fuzz muffins that were here that she colored. So it actually kind of looks thicker, but my forehead is, look at that. It's like a 5 head. It's probably more like an 8 head, but I have a big ass forehead right now, and I'm just going to be okay with that. And so that got me thinking about kind of like my past a little bit, about how I have grown, I would say even just in the last 10 years substantially. Um, and I actually like told myself this morning, Sheila, you need to just be who you are and who you want to be. Don't worry about what other people think about you or think that you should be. Just be who you are. Just be who you are, because being authentic is a true gift. And I think it's probably more difficult to be authentic and be yourself than it is to be what you think other people think you should be, right? Because you say, oh, my mom wants me to do this or my dad wants me to do that, and maybe that's true, but I think a lot of it is that we think other people think we should be a certain way, so that's why we try to be that certain way. So, coffee break, iced coffee break. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm running low. I'm probably gonna have to get up and go get some more. But um, so like this is something we talked about this week, and I never wanted to have kids, and because I never wanted to have kids, I always felt really broken. And one of my earliest memories was I remember talking to my aunt, and I wasn't talking one on one with her. It was like the family was together for some kind of gathering, and I was listening to her, and she was talking about how she had to have a hysterectomy. And as she's talking about it, and she's like, and I can't have kids, and very traumatic for her, very traumatic. And I'm not taking that away from her. But I remember listening to that and thinking, I want that. I want that. I don't ever want to have a period. I don't ever want to have kids. I want that. And I think I was 7. So I was just little. I was just little. And I knew from a very early age that I did not want to have children. And also from a very early age, I come from a family of extroverts, and I always felt so broken, so broken. And when I was with the therapist once, we were talking about it. She goes, I have a book I want you to read. And she gave me this book called The Introvert Advantage. And then I finally realized, oh my gosh, I'm not broken. I'm just an introvert. I just charge my batteries differently than extroverted people do. Being an introvert doesn't mean that you're quiet. It doesn't mean that you're shy. It can mean that, but you can be an extrovert and be quiet and shy too. What an introvert is it's how you charge your batteries, right? So I charge my batteries by alone time, downtime, quiet time, doing quiet pursuits, art, reading a book, even watching a television program. Whereas extroverts charge their batteries by being around a lot of people and having a lot of action, right? So it's a completely different way of charging your core. It has nothing to do with whether you're shy or quiet, right? So I am a introvert that is also very outgoing, and that's totally fine. But when I go to events and I'm outgoing and I'm me and I'm doing, the Sheila thing and being all goofy or whatnot, I'm exhausted. Sometimes I liken it to a hangover. Like for days after, I'm like, oh my God, why did we go to that party? I feel like crap. So, okay, there's that. I'm kind of going off on tangents, but that's just how it's going to be. So, um, so the introversion thing, the not wanting to have kids thing, the social anxiety and the anxiety thing, all of these things kind of make me into who I am. And I feel like I'm always being told to be something different. But when I really look at it, it's me. Okay. It's me putting that on other people. It's me because I'm not happy with myself necessarily. So I'm saying, okay, so my husband wants me to be like this because I'm not good enough, or my mom or my coworker or whoever wants me to be this way, but really it's me putting that on myself. I wish I could see myself through my husband's eyes because he doesn't see all of these flaws that I see, right? He doesn't see the thinning hair. He doesn't see the big belly, the chunkiness. He doesn't see that. And I wish I could see myself that way. There's that saying that, you want to be the person that your dog thinks you are. I wish I could see what little Posy back there thinks about me, right? Because she thinks I'm awesome. I wish I could think I was that awesome. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of what I woke up thinking about today, is that I just need to be who I am and be authentic to myself. And then I started thinking, well, yeah, but you dye your hair because you're trying to fit into some kind of mold. And then I realized, it's like I'm just playing the game. I'm just playing the game because looking old is not going to get me a job. It's just not. Because I'm in the tech field and I believe that actually it's not just what I believe, it's what I've researched and what other people believe. But because you look older, you're not as agile. You're not as flexible. You don't know as much, right? You're slow. You like the old ways, whatever the old ways are. But that's just not me. So, in order for people to get past the physical appearance, I need to do things to make myself look younger so that when I speak, they can hear my words and they're not just looking at me and coming in with their own preconceived ideas of who I am because of my age. I hope that made sense when it came out of my mouth because in my head, that sounded really good. Um, what else here? So, yeah, it's living life is not about being ideal, right? We think that it is. Okay, I'll tell you now, I will throw this out there. I've had 3 weight loss surgeries. 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 weight loss surgeries. I don't know anybody that's had 3 freaking weight loss surgeries. And we're gonna have a whole chitty chat about body thoughts and body ideals and the way that you think about your body. But um that's just another piece of crap that I've thrown on myself where I feel like I need to look a certain way to be taken seriously or to be loved or any of that. But it doesn't have to be that way. It's not that way. It's not that way. I think I've said already that I wish I could see myself the way my husband looks at me. And my husband thinks I'm a sexy beast. He does. He thinks I'm a freaking sexy beast. So I am working on letting all of that bullshit go because that's what it is. It's just a bunch of bullshit. And if I'm awkward or introverted, don't have kids, chubby, thinning hair that I dye black for some reason, then that's who I am. And if you love me, then you love me, and that's amazing. But if you don't, then you don't. And it's really not my circus, not my monkeys then. I've even got my husband gave me a sticker because I say that all the time. Not my circus, not my monkeys. It's probably going to look backward on the video, but um, one of the things that I learned in therapy a long time ago too is this movement here, that you have your stuff and this is my stuff. Okay? So I'm not going to take on your stuff. I'm not going to own your stuff. I'm just going to deal with my stuff. And sometimes your stuff starts getting a little close to me and I need to make sure that I push it back, right? Cuz that's you. I cannot be responsible for you. I can only be responsible for myself. So while I have to play a role to maybe get a job, I think that's the only role I'm willing to play in my life. And the thing is that once I get the job, then I'm just going to be Sheila. I'm just going to be myself, right? It's like I have to audition for these jobs. It's so much pressure, so much pressure. But I don't have the pressure to conform anymore, really. It's really being replaced by this fierce desire to be authentically me, to be myself. And when I talk to younger people that I work with, I have a lot of people that just want to talk to me because I have good advice. And I'm like, that's great. That's cool because I'm just being myself. I'm just telling you how I've done it. But because I'm at this point now where I'm living my authentic life and trying to be who I am and not worry about what other people think, because I'm trying so hard to be that person, I still have the viewpoint of what it's like to try to live your life for others, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to really talk about today was that you can take control of who you are. You can take control of your own narrative. Flip your script. If you're not happy and if you feel like you're constantly trying to be something that you're not, then flip your script and just say screw it. Just be yourself. Because then what happens is that you're going to attract people that like that person, that love that person. And that's who you want to love you, right? You want people to love the real you, not the people that love the person that you think that you need to be and that you're working your ass off to be. So, yeah, that's my mantra for this week is I'm going to be the person that I want to be and not what other people think I should be or not what I think other people think I should be, if that makes sense. And then my advice would be to flip your script in your life. Stop putting on fronts for people that really don't matter in the long run. Um, I will put on a front for a job interview, and try to be youthful looking because I really honestly believe that that's the only way that people will listen to what's coming out of my mouth. Um, if I look old, people will hear old, and that's unfortunate, but that's the game. So I'm going to continue writing my story. I want you to continue writing your story. Be you. Just be yourself because honestly, that person is probably pretty fucking spectacular, quirks and all. So I hope that you have a great day today, and thank you so much for hanging out. And I hope that this made sense. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end most of my videos with that. Hope that this made sense because I feel like I'm babbling. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Bye.